cocksuckers, pederists. I hope you all enjoy the show. Yes, I do.
Hello everyone, welcome to Joe Consumes Cinema. I'm your host, the newest Ayatollah. They'll give the job to pretty much anybody at this point. And today we have a first-time movie reaction to the 2003 film Save the Green Planet. So this is really interesting. This doesn't happen too often on the channel. I reacted to Begonia a little while back. Really enjoyed the film. It's a very dark comedy, but, I didn't laugh at any point throughout that film. It's just, super, super dark, and it was like kind of a very depressing film. And it was just kind of interesting because in the comments, I kept getting it over and over again. You should react to this film, Save the Green Planet, because Begonia is apparently a remake of that film. Initially I said, listen, thanks for the request, but, I've already seen that film, Begonia, and I already know the entire plot. There's like no real point to me watching Save the Green Planet if it's just the same movie. And then I got a comment recently, maybe like a couple days back, saying you really should watch it because it's a completely different film and no one else on YouTube has it up as a reaction. And that is what piqued my interest because I've noticed in terms of like what does well on the channel, whenever we don't have much competition, we knock it out of the park. If it's a movie that, tons of people are clamoring to see and react to and all that, it tends to be much more difficult for the channel to get any real traction. But on films where, like Nuremberg recently, also A Complete Unknown, and there are also others, we just crush it because there's literally no one else, or like one or two people at the most. So yeah, despite the fact that I know the basic story because I've seen Begonia, I'm told that there are some key differences, and also, just the fact that I'd be the only one on YouTube to have actually reacted to this film just kind of sold me on that point. So we're going to give this a shot. If it ends up being, a perfect one for one, it's basically just Begonia, then I probably just won't even, you won't be seeing this reaction, basically, because I'll have decided, okay, it's not worth it. But if you are seeing this, that means, it was different enough, or it spoke to me in a different way, and I actually had something real to say about it, then I'm going to get it up as a reaction. You'll actually be seeing this. But yeah, I'm eager to get to this one. But before we begin, as always, remember to blank, blank, and blank. It's still very much a small channel, so every like, comment, share, subscribe that we can get really helps out. Really appreciate it. Patreon link down below. I'm really trying to push the Patreon this year, so if you could sign up, even just as a free member, you'd be doing me a ton of good. With that, let's get right to it.
넌 내가 미쳤다고 생각할지도 몰라. 처음엔 나도 믿을 수 없었어. 영화 속에서나 일어나는 일인 줄 알았으니까. 아무도 날 믿지 않을 거야.
난 오빠를 믿어.
아니야. 너도 이걸 보면 내가 미쳤다고 생각할 거야. 이름 강만식. 나이 45세. 유재화학 사장. 저놈이야. 저놈이 최고 책임자야. 확실해. 사실 저놈은 안드로메다 PK45 행성에서 온 외계인 놈이야. 그 전에 저놈부터 잡아야 돼. 우리가 지구를 지켜야 돼.
무서워, 오빠.
죽여. 강 사장님.
또 뭐야?
저 모르시겠어요? 고향 후배인데. 안드로메다 아니십니까?
뭐라고?
고향이 안드로메다 아니냐고. 이 더러운 외계인 놈아! 하나치 빈틈도 없어. 저놈들 머리카락은 서로 텔레파시를 주고받을 때 쓰는 거야.
오빠, 정신이 드나 봐.
됐어. 안 돼, 위험해. 내가 벗으면 안 된다고 그렇게 얘기했는데 너 미쳤어? 이 정도 거리에서는 자기도 모르는 새에 순식간에 당하고 만단 말이야. 여기 들어있는 말레인산 클로로페니라민이 몸속에 침투하게 되면 저놈들 신경 전달 물질인 트란스크리산테메이트에 협착하게 되고, 그럼 저놈은 아무런 힘도 못 쓰게 되는 거지. 눈, 발등, 그리고
Okay, this is much more comedic than Begonia is.
흡수를 빠르게 하기 위해서 피부를 좀 벗겨내야 돼.
Oh my god.
이 정도면 됐어.
Ow.
최 형사님, 여기서 뭘 하시는 겁니까? 개코가 또 무슨 돈 냄새라도 맡았나? 너 괜히 깝죽거릴 생각하지 마.
주반장님! 주반장님! 뭔가 찾아내신 거죠? 그렇죠? 그냥 물렀을 뿐이 아니잖아요?
어떤 분인지 몰라도 당장 꺼져. 인텐츠, 암페타민 계열인데 뇌까지 5초밖에 안 걸려.
Okay.
범인이거나 아니거나 단순하게 생각하라고. 확률은 항상 반반이니까.
Is this a dream? Cool. Well, the other movie didn't have this good of fight choreography. It had a little bit from Emma Stone, but
너 같은 놈들 때문에 외계인들이 우리를 우습게 보는 거란 말이야. 알았어?
yeah, he fantasizes about being a superhero.
무슨 파스를 이렇게 많이 샀냐고.
벌에 쏘일 때 바르는 거야.
존나게 쏘이나 보네. 야, 꼴통. 너 조심해.
누가 지구를 구했는지, 누가 진짜 영웅인지 알게 되면 말이야. 가증스러운 놈. 니들이 왜 안드로메다에서 지구까지 왔는지, 니들이 지금 무슨 짓을 꾸미고 있는지, 니들이 우리 엄마한테 무슨 짓을 했는지, 네 원래 이름이 다른 것까지 다 알아! 왜? 놀랬나? 그럼 왕자도 거기 앉게 될 거라면 더 놀라겠군.
왕자? 도대체 무슨 소리를 하는 거야? 안드로메다는 뭐고 왕자는 또 뭐야?
다 똑같아. 아무것도 모른다고 잡아떼다가 결국엔 다 풀게 되지. 내가 그깟 돈 때문에 이러는 줄 아냐고, 이 더러운 외계인 놈아!
저 새끼 아무래도 돈 때문인 것 같은데요. 농협 제천지점요.
아, 결국 400만 원 뜯어내려고 유재화학 사장을 납치했단 말이야?
멈춰요. 확대해 주세요. 최대한. 여기 이 번호판을 중심으로요.
할 수 있겠어?
예. 번호 몇 개 건질 수 있을 것 같은데요?
So far, I like the fact that this movie has a detective side of things. It makes things a bit more interesting.
왜 이 실종 사건들이 동일범의 짓이라고 생각하시는 거죠?
그냥
언제부터 이렇게 둘이 몰래 데이트하는 사이가 됐지?
지구야, 밥을 왜 이렇게 안 먹었어? 외계인 고기가 없어서 그래?
That dog needs a bath and a combing out. Jesus.
이제 왕자를 어떻게 만나게
내가
해줄지.
누군지 알았다. 너 그때 나한테 결혼 던진 그놈이지? 이름이 이병구였던가? 강릉 공장에서 일했었고. 맞지? 너 지금 왜 이러는 거야? 네 어머니 때문에 이래? 그때 다 보상해 줬잖아. 충분히 보상했단 말이야. 네 애인 죽인 게 내 책임이야? 내가 죽인 거냐고, 이 미친놈아!
Jesus.
네가 지구를 지켜야 돼.
엄마.
뱃삼의 우조 고요한 그날 밤
What the hell?
뱃삼에
I see they pressed an iron into his nipples. Jesus.
이작꽃 향기를 나에게 전해다오.
수지 씨가 도와줘야 돼. 병구가 다치지 않게 수지 씨가 도와줘야 된다고. 애들이 보고 싶어. 한잔 해야지. 실현 당하면 다들 그렇게 하잖아. 순이를 어떻게 보낸 거지? 아직도 텔레파시가 남아 있나?
I'm guessing this weak link is how it all comes undone ultimately.
유재 화학과 관련된 환자들 있습니까? 그 유재 화학 직원이라거나.
식물인간이라고요.
Found the comatose mom.
같은 걔가 호흡기 있지, 산소호흡기? 그거 아무리 떼자고 그래도 소용이 없다니까. 6월 28일 입원비 377만 원 왔나?
That's the 4,000. He's trying to kill himself or break free. Oh god. Did he try to dislocate his thumb so he could slip through? Oh god.
너 같은 놈들 잘 알아. 지가 병신 같은 거 모르고 평생 남의 탓이나 하면서 꼴값 떠는 새끼들. 너 같은 겁쟁이는 결국 지게 돼 있어. 그러니까 미친 척 그만하고 포기해.
Oh shit. Got a piece of rebar.
넌 날 못 이겨, 이 미친놈아.
Well, this is a turn.
감히 누구한테 다 감히? 응? 내가 당하고만 있을 줄 알았어?
Just restarted his heart. Oh, fuck.
내가 못 나가면 너도 못 나가. 너도 갇힌 거야.
No, he's not.
여기요! 사람 살려! 사람 살려!
Shit, that was dumb.
죽어! 이 미친놈아!
Ah, shit. Is that the detective?
누구십니까?
아, 저 경찰입니다. 아, 밀렵 단속 나왔는데요. 아,
아이고 무슨 말씀을? 배는요?
나도 다 때려치고 이런 데서 살고 싶은데.
아 옛날에 광업소 있을 때 여기가 그 광부들 목욕탕이었거든. UFO다. 뭐 UFO?
That's pretty clever.
지나갔어요. 어? 드세요. 왜 이러세요?
아니, 무슨 소리가 들리길래.
죄송해요. 주무시는 거 깨워서.
아니야.
아침 드시고 가세요. 다 됐는데?
아니야, 서둘러야지.
최 형사님, 잠깐만요. 이거 가져가셔야죠. 꼭 읽어보세요.
외계인? 외계인이란다, 외계인.
The dog was chewing on a femur bone. Oh my god, he noticed it. Yeah, this is a human femur. Yep. And there's fucking... There's more. Jesus.
그래, 그 미친놈 잡았어. 여기 강원도. 여보세요?
Oh, no signal. Is he about to get got? Ah, shit.
벌들한테 밥 좀 주려고요.
There's his gun. Ah, shit.
그냥 벌들이 배고플까봐.
그래, 새끼야!
최 형사님도 똑같은 사람이에요.
Ah, shit. Oh, no. Oh, angry bees. Run, dude. What the fuck? What? What the fuck? Oh, God. Get off the mountain. Jesus.
좋은 꿈 꿨나 봐?
Oh, shit.
제발 이러지 마. 그래 맞아, 난 외계인이야. 안드로메다에서 온 외계인이라고. 엄마를 살릴 수 있어. 엄마.
꿈에달 생각하지 마. 팔이라도 건지고 싶으면.
지금 네 어머니는 혼수 상태지만 몸속에서 커다란 변화가 일어나고 있어. 알아? 모든 유전자가 완전히 재배열되는 중이야. 내 차 안에, 트렁크 안에 갈색병이 있어. 겉엔 벤젠이라고 써있지만 사실은 해독제야. 그걸 먹이면 돼.
그래도 도망가려고 했던 벌은 받아야지.
Oh my god. Oh, that was a good switch up. It's broken, but it's still attached. Is he gonna rip it out? Of course, he's always there. That was easy. Like the detective said, keep it simple. What? Killed by a parasol umbrella? Jesus.
꼴통 새끼야! 너 왜 수업료 갖다 내지 않는 거야? 이거 깡패 새끼야! 하지 말라 그랬지!
Oh boy. At least here they didn't prolong it. I just realized he's in a dress. Uh-oh.
정벌이가 엎드려! 엄마가 죽었어. 이제 다 끝났어요. 어서!
Oh shit. Oh my god. Wait a minute. What the fuck?
니들이 다 죽였어. 미친 척 그만해 이 미친놈아! 지구를 지킨다고? 누굴 위해서? 뭘 위해서? 괴롭힌 놈들 다 잡아다 죽이면 그럼 지구가 지켜지는 거야? 그래? 네가 여기서 죽인 사람들 그 중에 외계인이 몇이나 있었어?
Oh, Jesus.
둘밖에 없었잖아. 나머지는 네 복수 상대였잖아. 말해줄 테니까. 그 당시 푸른 행성은 거대한 파충류들이 지배하고 있었어. 그때 우리의 실수로 치명적인 바이러스가 침투했고 순식간에 바이러스가 퍼졌어. 몹시 자책하셨지. 그래서 푸른 행성에 새로운 생명을 선물하신 거야. 우리를 닮은 실험 인간을.
This is much better visuals than the other movie, that's for damn sure.
수백 년 동안 전쟁이 계속됐고 결국 수천 개의 분자탄이 터지고서야 전쟁은 끝이 났지. 하지만 종말을 준비해온 한 선각자가 있었어. 모든 생물의 유전자 샘플을 실은 커다란 뱀. 그렇지만 저주는 거기서 멈추지 않았어. 무차별한 유전자 조작의 후유증으로 우린 니들에게 다시 한번 기회를 주기로 했어. 잘 생각해봐. 너희들은 정상이 아니야. 미쳤어. 그게 다 그 유전자 때문이야. 대로 놔뒀다간 다시 멋대로 유전자를 조작할 거고 또다시 자멸하게 될 거야. 왕자님은 아직 희망이 있다고 믿고 있어. 그래서 실험을 시작하신 거야. 왕자님께 그 증거를 보여줘야 돼. 안 그러면 왕자님도 어쩔 수가 없어. 모든 게 끝이야. 왕자님과 연락할 수 있어. 4시간밖에 안 남았어. 월식이 끝나면 지구도 끝이야. 끝이야.
아무도 없어. 오빠가 지구를 지켜야 돼.
허튼 짓 할 생각하지 마. 이걸 누르면 내가 아는 모든 게 여기 다 있어.
Jesus. Best not to touch anything.
왕자님은 바쁘신가 본데 헛수고할 필요 없어. 왕자는
Oh my god. Oh shit. Ah, shit. Oh, shit. Jesus.
너희들은 날 못 이겨.
That's disappointing.
그런데 이제 지구는 누가 지키지?
이제 다 끝났습니다. 가세요, 강 사장님.
Wow. Really cool visual. It's definitely lower budget than the other film, but I like these visuals better than the other one.
와필가 극살았어. 효직이죠. 아저씨 자살.
Funkala fatla glory. Funkala fatla glory. So fuck up a real wrecking on the mock.
Oh shit. Rare moments of happiness in his life. Okay, so I took some time just to gather my thoughts. That was Save the Green Planet. Overall, I have to say I think this film is actually much better than Begonia. And I think it's just another example of, you know, a foreign film, very unique and creative, does something, and then Hollywood comes along and does a remake, and really what they're doing is they're stealing the best parts of it to just do the film over again for, you know, a Western audience. So I really like what Korean Hollywood has done, you know, consistently. Every time I give them a chance, they just knock it out of the park. This film is very creative. I love the visuals in this film much more so than the visuals in Begonia. And you can tell that Begonia has like a much higher budget, like things look more refined, but this has a lot more creativity in it, and I honestly think it's better overall because of that fact. It's the same basic story, right? Except here, it's just a lot more fleshed out. There are some key differences in the original film that I think enhance it that are left out of, you know, Begonia. In this film, instead of, the cousin with the learning disability, you have the reluctant wife who goes along just because, she's in love with the main character. This film, you also get the detective side of things. In Begonia, literally just that cop who shows up and then doesn't realize anything has happened until a literal shotgun blast goes off, and then he gets killed. Here you actually have, some story involving the detectives that ultimately solve the case. I also like the passion and drive in this character versus Jesse Plemons' take on the character. Here you can tell the character is much more frenetic, and you can tell that they're going through, a major psychotic break, and they're barely keeping things together. So I just think the performance is overall much better in the original work. I also really like the fact that the main character here doesn't try to placate the character and play along in any way. He's just hostile to him throughout. Probably the biggest difference overall between this film and Begonia is the fact that this film actually made me laugh like 4 or 5 different times. It has like really funny moments, like it's an actual dark comedy rather than just, something that is called a dark comedy like Begonia was, and it really didn't, get me to laugh at all throughout of it. It's just so sad and dark. With this one, the film is okay with being a bit cartoony, but I think it works overall for the film. And yeah, I just think this is the better version of the film, which is, really disappointing because that person in the comments told me no one else has reacted to it. So people have only seen Begonia and not seen this film, the original work, and that's a disservice because, again, I think this is the better overall film, and Begonia is a much less, fleshed out version of this story. But, I have said this before, and it really is true. Eventually, a good movie will get its due. And even though, Begonia is definitely taking the lion's share of the credit, undeservedly so in my opinion, eventually, stuff breaks through, and in time, great work will be appreciated. So, this was a pretty creative film. I'm not saying it was an amazing film. I thought Begonia, for the most part, was okay. But this is, way better than that was. So, in time, hopefully this reaction, kind of gets that ball rolling a little bit where this film starts to get its actual credit and due. But yeah, I did end up really enjoying it, and I'm glad I took the time to watch it and actually get this out there. So, at the very least, we can now say there's at least one reaction on YouTube to this film. And again, I'm just really happy that, I can do that, and hopefully this does really well. Like I said, when there's no competition, those videos tend to do very, very well on the channel. So hopefully this does as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So as always, thanks for watching, and peace.